Welcome to another pick a card reading. So thank you to all of you who have been clicking on to view the content. I truly appreciate every single one of you. So this right here is from the Wisdom Oracle deck, and based off of these cards, I selected other cards that go with this particular card. So what I would like, and I would like to invite you to do, is pick a card that resonates with you intuitively, right? So we have Imagine, number 20. We have Loyal Heart, number 35. We have Soulmates, number 41. We have Milk and Honey, number 51. And we have Deep Knowing, number 43. So, this video is going to be how they see you. Now, I put the word they instead of he or she or lover or soulmate or love interest because you're going to apply this yourself, whatever card you pick to go into, okay? So group 1 is Imagine, group 2 is Loyal, group 3 is Soulmates, group 4 is Milk and Honey, and group 5 is Deep Knowing. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you in whatever card you select. Welcome group 1 to the card that you picked, which is Imagine, number 20. So I feel like there's an intuitive push here for those who selected this particular card to sort of like imagine everything balanced. It's like a what if energy that is coming through for you guys. It's like, what if everything can be beautiful and abundant and just really, there's this feeling here of wanting to understand things. I want to say, wanting to get to the bottom of a situation here with the Imagine card. It's like, if this person can just see what I'm imagining, everything would be all right, right? It would be the sun, the moons, the stars, everything beautiful in this earth, right? So now for you guys, I got some tea leaf oracle cards. We've got bread, a period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. We've got broom, new home, and a new attitude. So I feel like someone is definitely sensing a change or sensing that something needs to change. We're getting I here. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. See, so somebody's really being pushed and nudged to do this. And I know you see it, the distorted masculine. We'll get to that in a minute. And then there's cat here, a two-faced friend. So I feel like you're knowing of someone who is not trying to be deceitful, but more like it's coming into me like little white lies. And it's like you're knowing of this. You know this because then we're getting angel here, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So it's kind of like, and then we have got younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So it's kind of like this influence that is coming in to keep you from being affected. Now here we're getting the distorted masculine for this card. And the signs say bank and police. So there's like corruption, there's like a fog, there's confusion. I see sort of like, I don't know what that is. I take it as a lightning bolt. It's like this person is just really a mess. Really a mess. maybe even really lost in time. It's very hard for them to see what it is that they need to see. It's so funny because I said this the other day mentally. I didn't speak it out loud, but I was thinking to myself and I was like, man, you know, a lot of these masculines out here are confused, lost, hurt, and it's really not their fault. I think it's more of a culture thing. I think the culture has shown them sort of like how the feminine is, how they see the feminine. And it's like, well, the feminine is not really like that, because I'm saying that because we've got my double major tarot deck here. We've got 3. There's the High Priestess here. There's the Emperor here. And there is this Empress here. Maybe they feel like they see all of the feminines in this way. This can also be you imagining this person being in their authority, being more balanced, being more centered. You know, it's kind of like when the emperor decides to rule. It's like there's no way or the highway. This is set in stone, right? And I do feel like you might be an empress, whether you are feminine or a masculine watching this. I feel like you are knowing of this issue where masculines are seeing things the way that they're not, or they're seeing us the way that they're not, in a more open, seductive manner, you know, wanting to show the body, wanting to show to get attention, basically. That's what's coming in here. So let's go into the rest of the cards. So here we've got, this is for my Lover's Path deck that I have. This is the Strength card. Clarifying the Strength card is the 8 of Wands. Then we've got the 5 of Arrows. Clarifying the 5 of Arrows is the Page of Swords. King of Wands, but they call it staves. And then clarifying that, Page of Cups. I think if you're a feminine watching this, because now this is coming in for specifically for a feminine, I think you know you cannot give your all to a distorted masculine, because I feel like you are knowing of this, of how they're perceiving things, of how they're thinking, of how they're seeing the world, or how they're seeing people. And it's really sad, because it's coming to me as like 5 of Arrows is actually the 5 of Swords, and then we've got the Page of Swords. So it's kind of like, you know, you're so distorted, you're so affected by maybe the internet, maybe the culture that now is in plain sight for a female, the image, yes, the image. And it's kind of like they're aware and they're watching how the offer that you're giving to them is small. this person doesn't understand that, because they're just like, well, I'm so passionate about you and I really like you, but then there's this whole, but I have to be guarded with you because of the way you feel. Now the Strength card here with the 8 of Wands, very interesting, because it's coming in as like, if you can be, and I think this is what you're going to say to this distorted masculine. And I'm going to say it now to the distorted masculine in case he's watching. If you can be strong enough to change, to make the change, to see things differently, it would be this: a new home and a new attitude. And I think also too, the masculine is aware of this. They are aware that with you, things can be abundant, things can be beautiful. I think they're even aware that you kind of see them a little bit two-faced. You know, it's kind of like when you talk crap about your friend, but then you go and you hang out with your friend. You know, something like that. But yeah, it's about imagining the distorted masculine coming back into balance, finding the knowledge that he needs, and just really standing in his power. I think then the feminine would decide to become more vulnerable, to make this small offer bigger than what it is. Wow. All right, group 2, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you all in the next video. Hello, group 2. Welcome to the channel. So if you picked the second card, which is the Loyal Heart, number 35, this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. Loyal Heart speaks to me about finding that one person that you feel like you can co-create with. The person that's just like you, right? It's like they're wise, they're intuitive. It's just a perfect way of being. So, let's see here. What are we getting? Wow. So the first card we're getting here is sexual freedom. So I feel like somebody's going to intuitively know, you know, with this person, I can be free. I can enjoy myself. I feel at peace. I feel comfortable. I feel very happy. This could be at its purest form, because it's a coming together that is mutual. Like there's a mutual understanding here. Let's go into the tea leaf that I got for you guys before we go into the tarot. So the first tea leaf is success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, that's nice. Next one is broken wishbone. A wish will not be granted. So there's actually something that's not going to be granted at the moment. Then we're getting club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Okay, so something that you don't want to do, they're going to try to have you do. We're getting scales here. Keep your life in balance. Tulip is great passion. And sun is happiness and well-being. So I want to say really quick for the broken wishbone and the club. This is not coming in as if it's something personal with this person who you hold in high regard, in a loyal heart. This is These two are coming to me more like something else, maybe work-wise. That's what I'm thinking, maybe work-wise. There will be something that maybe you're not going to be able to receive. Let's see here what we're getting. We're getting the Strength card, we're getting the Fool card, and we are getting the Hierophant. Okay. So it's almost as if we're talking about maybe being strong in order to be loyal to this person, controlling your emotions with this person because this is a new beginning, maybe a new commitment that is coming in, or something new that you're going to be dedicated to. You might even have to teach this person because the Hierophant speaks to me like if he's a teacher. So we're getting 4 of Cups, 5 of Staffs, which is the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. Okay. So now 4 of Cups is getting 2 of Cups. Also being clarified, the 5 of Wands is the Temperance, and 6 of Cups is being clarified by the 10 of Wands. Okay. So I love this card. This card specifically is the 4 of Cups. It does have a feminine in it. But this is like the waiting period is over, because there's going to be this deep connection you're going to have with someone. Maybe this is someone you need to wait for to come back, or someone you need to wait for in order, waiting for the right person to have that connection with them. It could be also too, because the 4 of Cups, she's holding a crown, which is the crown of the masculine that she is supposed to be with. And yes, I know at first I thought it was her crown, but it's not her crown. It is the crown of the masculine, her king, who she is waiting for. So maybe the king has stepped off somewhere, and it's kind of like, I will hold space. I will hold space. Even though the emotions are high. But this is a will. This is wanting to hold space for a person. That's the main thing here. Now, 5 of Staffs, which is the 5 of Wands, and Temperance coming in. This is conflict. This is tension. This is also competition. Maybe there's competition going on for your loyal heart. And it's kind of like Spirit coming in and saying, well, just let it all play out. Oh, geez. I just heard, just let them all fight each other. Just let them all compete. What is that? Survival of the fittest. Okay. But it's also too, like, if she is coming in to choose. Like, no, there doesn't need to be no fighting going on because I've already made my choice. So maybe you might have to, communicate that if you see that you are having many suitors to choose from too. Because ultimately here, the goal is this, to be able to enjoy that part of life and connect with someone, right? 6 of Cups and the 10 of Wands is here. Now, the 6 of Cups is an energy from the past. So maybe it could be someone is still dealing with struggles or responsibilities from the past where they need to heal, where they need to come to terms with everything that's going on. This is a healing moment too. It can also be maybe someone from the past has felt like you know, at that point in time with him or her, I was feeling happy, and it's almost as if the memories have become sort of like a burden or a struggle to deal with. But I feel like there is a lesson here to not be so reckless, to not be so reckless and control your emotions or the way that you feel because of all this competition going on around you, for you, um, for this, to be able to enjoy this. Wow. All right, you guys, that has been your pick a card reading. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video. All right, y'all. Group 3. This is the third card. This is the Soulmates card. Absolutely love this card. This is number 41. This is one of my favorites because I just love penguins. I think they are the most beautiful creatures in the world. So I think the whole concept of why they picked the image of the penguins for the soulmate cards is because once you find that soulmate, that's it. They never really made again. But then there was a documentary where I seen a penguin kick out another penguin. Like, it was crazy. It was a whole drama scene there. But that's supposed to be it. The soulmates, the energy of the soulmates, being a soulmate. You never feel like anybody else is your soulmate, right? So let's see, what did we get here for the love cards here? Turn this over momentarily. Wow. Okay, so we're getting, actually it goes like this. Yes, because this one is about the journey. This is serendipity. So this one is all about all the beauty that you're seeing on the way of this journey, right? So maybe the journey of trying to find a soulmate, maybe the journey with your soulmate. It's like there's this happiness of what's around the corner. I can't wait to see. And here we're getting maturity. Okay, so we're getting maturity here. Now, I'm not going to say it's a spiritual maturity because there is a card for that. I just don't think it came out now. But when it comes to maturity, we're talking about the way a person feels and how they sort of like, I guess, behave, treat you. Like, I think these particular cards are speaking to us about the journey. So maybe you've been with your soulmate for a long time, or maybe you've known your soulmate for a long time. And it's like, wow, they've matured so much. They've grown so much. So it is a beautiful thing to see. Tea leaf is bringing in throne, position of authority. See? Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. See? So another hint that is talking about growing. We're getting dog here. Protection from a powerful friend. Powerful and very loyal because dogs are loyal. Ladder, climbing towards success. Okay. And we're getting ink pot, problems to be solved. Wow. For those who are not in union with their soulmate and they know who their soulmate is, pineapple is reconciliation. So something is definitely going to come together here for you guys. Now, we are getting, hold on, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. I think this is just sort of like a window towards what happened. If this is for the reconciliation for those who are not in union with their soulmate, I think this person, when they was in union with you, maybe they were afraid, maybe they weren't giving too much, very passionately coming towards you, sort of like a rush, right? But it's almost as if the emotions weren't controlled. Let's see here. We're getting justice. So justice and fertility, I'm going to put it together. 8 of Cups and the 6 of Staffs, which is the 6 of Wands, okay? So this is nice because this right here is, wow. There's going to be, okay, so the story behind Cleopatra, and I believe his name was Caesar. Remember, they got together. They ended up having a child. So now, due to that action, due to that moment in time, they ended up creating, they ended up bringing something in. And justice and fertility is kind of speaking to me like if you are not in union with your soulmate, there is a reconciliation happening. And this person already understands that due to whatever happened here, now they know they must overcome that, right? And it's like, they have to understand you had to walk away from your emotions, okay? And now they're going to come back to be successful, in creating a stable foundation, something that's more tangible for you to hold on to. It's kind of like a guarantee, right? So now, for the people who chose the soulmates and they're not with a soulmate, they haven't even experienced a soulmate yet, they haven't even found their soulmate yet, you have to create that. You have to bring it into fruition. You have to use your intuition and step out and date. And you might have to leave those feelings behind of, why hasn't this happened to me? Why haven't I found my soulmate to marry? Why haven't I been able to connect someone on a deep level? Okay? Follow me, follow me. Because this is what's going to lead you to be successful, okay? Let's get the clarifiers. Check this out. So, how is this coming? Okay. 6 of Wands is being clarified by the 6 of Wands. 8 of Cups is being clarified by the 2 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands, Justice and Fertility is being clarified by the 7 of Wands. So, because I feel like I'm going to have a few people on here looking at this. For those who aren't in union with their soulmate, they already experienced them, and then the connection broke. That's going to come back together. And once it begins to come back together, you have to protect it. Okay? Any competition needs to be taken off of the board, because a soulmate will look at you as the most beautiful person in the world. Nobody else is more beautiful than you, okay? Period. Now, you're going to have to also walk away from the emotions that I told you earlier of, oh, yeah, but we were together and this, and that. No, you're going to have to balance that out. If you really mean to get back in reconciliation with your soulmate again, it needs to be balanced. That needs to be left behind. Success and success is here. I feel like this is the only way it could be successful. Cut the arguments out. Now, for those who are wanting a soulmate and they have not experienced a soulmate, same thing. Protecting what you're trying to grow. Protecting also, too, the thought of what you want to find in a person. Not this. You want to find this. You want to find balance. You want to find someone you can grow with, okay? So you're going to have to also protect that thought from when others come towards you and they say, well, you know, I'm not really thinking about marriage, but I like you. If this is what you want, you have to knock that off the table. And you also, with the Eight of Cups being fueled by the Two of Pentacles, balance. You have to balance yourself, okay? Don't go into the notion of, but I need this to happen. I need this to happen like now. No, balance yourself out. Because, again, this is the only way to be successful, okay? And for those who are already with their soulmate, that they're already on that path, they're already on that journey together, overcoming obstacles and challenges, don't let the emotions get in the way. Protect, I really want to say protect the relationship, protect the communication, protect the achievements that you guys have accomplished so far together, and you know, protect each other. Especially if you're already together, protect each other, okay? You can always sit down, communicate about things, because you guys are the ones in authority, okay? And nobody else should be involved. Nobody else should be influencing. You protect them. By any means necessary, you protect them. Wow, this was a beautiful one. So thank you so much, group 3, for being here. Truly appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all in the next reading. Bye. All right now, how you doing, group 4? So this is the card for group 4. This is Milk and Honey, number 51. I love Milk and Honey because it's just like, you know what it is? It gives me a very abundant feel, so to speak, right? So we're going to go right into this. It's number 51, which goes to 6, which is a number of change. What do we have to change with Milk and Honey? I don't know, but let's see. Let's see. What do we get here? Wow. Okay, so we've got spiritual maturity here, which I absolutely love the concept that this card has, because this can go for people who are in relationships with someone of a different culture, respecting each other's beliefs, right? It's like spiritually understanding that's their thing and this is my thing, and it works out great for us. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to notice in this card is they're going on a pathway together. There's 2 people there. So it's beautiful. So let's see what the tea leaf has here. We have dragon, beware of self-delusion. We have fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Okay. Wow. We have pig, beware of greed. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. So yeah, there's like this growing need here. We're getting tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Okay, it's like one day at a time, right? Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So yeah, maybe you're going to get advice from someone on how to handle this. Maybe there's someone that you're interested in. They're interested in you. They do see that this can be something that can grow. Let's see here. Wow. The Tower. Okay. The King of Knight of Pentacles, sorry. And the Hierophant. Now, because I almost said King of Pentacles, that means this person is working on becoming the King of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like they view you as someone who is very committed, someone who refuses to have any kind of tower moments, any kind of chaos. It's like you don't like the tension, you don't like the conflict, you don't like none of that. You're just very committed to this. And the thing with this Hierophant, this is not your normal Hierophant. This Hierophant doesn't even have his students in front of him. He's figuring it out in his mind. But the thing here is, this is the energy of, I know I can figure it out. I just need to sit down and think about it for a moment. So maybe someone has tried to give you an offer and they're just not, I don't know why I feel like they're just not all of the same culture, or maybe they have some type of religious belief, but it's like if they still want to give you this, they still want something to grow from this because they see potential in it. Wow. Okay. Now, yes, I did get all these cards for this group. So we've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the Eight of Arrows, which is the Eight of Swords. Two of Arrows, which is the Two of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. King of Swords. This is actually the Death card, Transformation. But what's standing out to me is the fact that he's like sitting there contemplating. It's like they're both thinking about each other. She's over here thinking, he's over here thinking. It's kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to come of this. This is a very serious matter. But there's a really clear mindset here, though, of someone who needs to walk away from their situation, walk away from a situation, maybe going into a different way of being. I'm telling you, you're getting counsel for this with, what is it, the tortoise? No, it's not the tortoise, it's the teapot. You're getting counsel on this situation and how you can go about this situation in order to make it last. So that's clear. That's understandable. Everybody understands that. But I think this person, whoever this is, whoever sees you as an abundant person, I feel like they for sure know, okay, this is going to change our lives. Let's get the cards here. Okay. The Lovers, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Cups. It's like once the decision is made, there will be a celebration of this. It's like, well, why do we need to worry about how things are going to change when we can just worry about the happiness, the abundance? It's not coming in like if it's not coming in like if this person is going to try to change you. It's more like if you can give space for my thing and respect what I'm doing, then we're good. This is great. There is talking about this going on, though. There is conversation going on about this. Someone's going to make the choice, though. Someone is definitely going to make the choice to figure this out, how it can work when there's two different individuals, maybe from two different sides of the world too. I'm being drawn to like how the mountain is like half snow, half green. So maybe, I'm telling you, it's either cultural differences or religious differences. But I think the most important concept here is that this is something that can be long-term. It can be beautiful. It might even be divine in a sense, because the lovers, not this card per se, but when you see the other lovers cards, they have the angel over it. So the angel's not here, but in my mind, I'm seeing the angel and I'm like, okay, this is divine purpose, divine timing that's bringing two people together. Obviously, there's this energy and there's this nudge to like, no, you guys have to be together. You guys will be fine together. I like it. I like this reading. I think it's very beautiful. And I think it is really nice when you find someone who they don't even care how big the tower is. They're going to hold it up. They're going to figure it out. Even if they got to do it in the darkness, they're going to do what they need to do for you. This was very beautiful. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, Group 5, how are you today? So if you picked Deep Knowing, this is what we're here for. Deep Knowing. I absolutely love Deep Knowing. It's 43, which goes to 7, which is the number of spiritual protection. Number 7 is a very, very important number. I don't think people really understand that. Like there's 7 oceans, 7 continents, like 7 this, 7 that. Look it up. You'll see it. And you're going to be like, wow. Like your mind will be totally blown. But for here, it's a spiritual number. It's a number of self-reflection. I absolutely love Deep Knowing because it's got the owl. So it has sort of like, I don't know if that's the sun and the moon, or if it's the moon and a planet and the owl on top of it. Let's just take it like that. But this is a spiritual owl, okay? This is an all-knowing owl that knows everything it needs to know. So I think that might be you. I think you might be a very intuitive individual who knows lots of things. So let me get this moving. OMG. So your first card here is worthiness. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. We are all worthy of abundance, of healing, of reflection, of a partnership, of understanding, respect, compassion, all that stuff. Everything that's good, we are worthy of it. Everything that's high vibrational, we are worthy of it. You just have to be able to, sometimes you can't find it in other people, because a lot of times other people are reluctant to do that for us. But this is where you need to come to terms and say, I'm worthy of that, so I'm going to give it to myself. I'm going to figure out a way to give that to myself, right? So let's see here. Wait, before we go there, we've got to go to the tea leaf. So tea leaf, you are getting apple. Temptation will test you. Oh, okay. Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Okay, so there's some sort of problem here that's going to be happening. We're getting cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay, hold on, because I'm not going to say that to you, because I don't think that's you. Target, a goal-orientated person. See, I think you're going to, you know, with the finger pointing that way, I think you're going to tell somebody about them. And they're the ones who need to accept valid criticism because they're a goal-orientated person. But then we're getting hat here. You will be playing a different role. And then we're getting harp, great happiness. So there is something where you're going to be receiving great happiness. Let's see what we're getting here. We're getting the Hangman. We are getting the Queen of Cups. Now look at this Queen of Cups. This is not your regular schmegular Queen of Cups. She is standing up with her cup. She is enjoying it. She is vibrant. She's wearing the gown of purity. Okay, it's like really enjoying herself, really being happy. That's what I get from that card. And then we're getting King of Swords. So if we're talking about this energetically and not person-wise, it's like you've known that I just need to be happy. Like, that's it. Like, there's no fog in the mental, right? In the mental, in the thinking. It's like, I know this is what I deserve, to be happy. Now, we're getting the Hangman here. The Hangman is an energy of someone who needs to release something. So, let me see. What are we getting here for these guys? Seven of Staffs, which is the Seven of Wands. You see that big old dragon. They're really trying to fend it off. Then we're getting Two of Coins. Okay. And then we're getting Nine of Coins. So, wow. I feel like there's this reward of being happy. There's this reward of being balanced. It's like, this is just a knowing of, I need to protect myself. I need to protect what I've worked for, how I feel. That's the valid criticism, right? That you're going to have to give that out to another person. Okay. So we're getting the Tower for the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're protecting yourself from chaos, from conflict, from tension. Maybe anybody who's negative too, like a negative Nancy or a negative Paul. It's like, oh no, I'll be back, or I'll call you back. Like, this is just like dodging, like playing dodgeball. Like, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. It's like playing dodgeball with people, and it's like, I need to step away from you. Now, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. There's this total happiness here. There's this, you know, alignment of just really doing what you need to do for yourself. Two of Coins is getting the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like there's this energy here of needing to sort of like balance yourself when you're approached with offers. You might, because it's turning its back towards you, because these are you, okay? It's turning its back towards the Two of Coins. It's almost as if like this person chooses not to balance themselves. They choose not to do things for themselves. Maybe they choose not to ground themselves. Maybe they choose not to be happy. And it's like, well, you know, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. These are very high numbers except for the Two of Coins because it's a balance. But Nine of Coins, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands. These are very high numbers, meaning you're almost done with the lesson, or you've learned. This is like the pause. This is pausing before becoming fully successful, right? I do feel like there might be an issue where maybe people see you as overqualified, if that's the right word for me to put it, like overqualified for me. That's what I'm hearing right now. Like if you're overqualified for someone, like you've got everything together, money, home, maybe car paid off, house paid off, all of that, and it's kind of like they can't even offer you that, so that they just turn around and they're like, I'm just not even gonna try, because they've got all this going on. They've got all this for themselves. They're very balanced. So yeah, there might be suitors walking away, but there's also this energy of like, I'm going to know what I need to know, because right now I'm just avoiding all this, which is sad, because in this world, that's what we need to do. We need to work hard for what we want, right? So let's say if somebody comes to you and this is all they have. Oh my jeez, I can't. and this is all they have, but you have all this. It's like, oh, well, I mean, are you okay? Is there something going on that you can't? This is feeling like a Libra. It is, you guys. It's feeling like Libra vibes because Libra are the type of individuals that they're very creative, and it's like they get this spark or this idea and they follow through with it, right? But then it's hard for Libra to understand when people can't get, okay, I'm gonna say it because they just can't get shit done, right? They have a hard time understanding why that person hasn't gotten to where they need to be, or why they're doing what they're doing. Like, it's a very analytical thing. So I feel like you're very analytical in that sense of like, well, how come you're not up here with me? How come you haven't made it up here? This is where you should be. Listen, I think you do yoga too, because this is just total alignment here that I'm feeling like this. Yeah, that finger pointing, that's not for you. That's you pointing the finger. And this, the valid criticism, nope, that's you giving it out to everyone who's goal orientated towards you. OMG, I cannot with you guys. This is a really good one. I like the energy that I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling this energetic, happy, go lucky energy, and it's like spot on, girl, because I be needing to push them on, push them off and away, and just, I just heard run. I be needing to run away. Run away. Oh my God, you guys. That was funny. But you know what? You know your worth. You know what you're doing. You know what you want. There's a clear mindset there. Just give it some time. It will happen when it is meant to happen for you. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.